In this video, we're going to learn how to form the present subjunctive. Now, the formation of the present subjunctive is marked by a thematic vowel change. So before we get going, let's remember the thematic vowels that we used for the present indicative. Okay, for the first conjugation, we have an A. For the second conjugation, our present indicative thematic vowel is E. For the third conjugation, our present indicative thematic vowel is I. And we see U for the third person plural. And for the third conjugation IO verbs, as well as for the fourth conjugation, our thematic vowel in the present indicative is I or IU for the third person plural. Now, like I said before, the present subjunctive is marked by a thematic vowel change. And I give you two mnemonics to help you remember. The first is Ed eats pan pizza, and the second is she wears a diamond. So now, using these mnemonics, we can see that for the first conjugation, our thematic vowel is going to be E. For the second conjugation, our thematic vowels are going to be EA together. For the third conjugation, our thematic vowel will be A. And for third IO and fourth conjugation, our thematic vowels will be IA together. Okay. We also need to discuss the present subjunctive endings for both the active and the passive. I'm going to go ahead and write them up, and let's see if you can identify any similarities or differences between the subjunctive endings and the indicative endings. Okay, here are your present subjunctive endings for the active and passive. Did it look similar or different to you? They should look essentially identical to your indicative endings with one exception, and that's your first person singular. We now have an M instead of an O. Otherwise, all of the endings are the same as they were for the indicative. Okay, let's practice conjugating specto spectare in the present subjunctive. Let's remember our mnemonic, Ed eats pan pizza. So looking at this mnemonic and looking at the conjugation of specto spectare, what should be our thematic vowel? It should be E, because remember, Ed is the mnemonic to help us remember that E is our first conjugation thematic vowel, EA for second, A for third, and IA for third IO and fourth. So let's go ahead and write our root spect in all 6 blanks. Now let's write our thematic vowel E afterwards. And finally, let's add our endings, MST, mustus, NT. Okay, you should have spectem, spectes, spectet, spectamus, spectatus, and spectent. All right, that's specto spectare in the present subjunctive. All right, now let's practice making the present subjunctive. Keep in mind our mnemonic, Ed eats pan pizza. So for our first conjugation sample verb, ambulat in the indicative, we're going to remember that there's the E in Ed and that our new thematic vowel should be E. So the subjunctive version of the third person singular will be ambulet. Okay, now let's tackle the second conjugation. Our thematic vowels for second conjugation present subjunctive are EA. So moneo should become mon-a am. I'm using the M here because that's our ending for the first person singular in the present subjunctive. And I'm using EA together because those are our thematic vowels for the present subjunctive. All right, now let's consider ducamer. Our new thematic vowel for the present subjunctive is A. So we'll have ducamer. No other change is needed. And for the fourth conjugation, our thematic vowels are IA together. So instead of auditus, as we see in the indicative, our subjunctive will be audiatus. Okay, keep practicing the present subjunctive.